Hey there guys, welcome back to NIMBY Rails. This is somewhat unexpected. My original intention for this week and next week and possibly the week after was to do live streams because I'm very busy with coursework deadlines at the moment, and weirdly live streams take a bit less time. They take more time, but they're done at a point where I'm not going to be working otherwise, whereas video recording is done when I would work. However, stuff has now come up every Saturday evening that I was planning to stream. Therefore, I find myself awake at 8 AM on a Saturday morning recording a video to go out this evening. The original intention for the live stream was to go through a bit more of the UK and fix all those broken tracks where the coordinates are updated to 1.4. So that's what I'm going to do in the videos, because I've not been doing any between recording, and we've got like a good part of Ireland done, and I've still not gone back and looked at more of the UK. So we're in the Exeter area because that's where we got to, and apparently I've not done more since then. And we're just going to work up the line and see how much we can fix for a bit, because it needs doing. Luckily, at least this stretch should be pretty quick as it's all single track. The odd occasional passing loop. Here's one. That looks fine, actually. Of course, it's possible. So I've got a reference map on my other screen, which is, in effect, it's a map of the UK rail network that I've downloaded from the National Rail website, with all routes shown in blue. And as I built in NIMBY Rails, I coloured what I've built red. Since then, as I've corrected everything from the 1.4 coordinate bugs, I've been colouring green. Problem is, I'm not actually convinced that map's up to date. So that map told me I'd only got as far as Pinnahoe, but by the looks of it, I got quite a bit further. Or the latest update, which I installed 10 minutes ago, has reverted the... No, okay, it hasn't reverted because that's broken. Well, at least this isn't a waste of time. That's something, I guess. This is going to be an interesting one to fix. That's that node. So this can come into there. It's mainly a matter of trying to remember what the layout was like, isn't it? It's probably vaguely like that. I mean, goodness knows what was going on with this. What is there? There's not... Oh, that's a node on this line. Okay, fair enough. The other side of the station, I can tell you now, I have no idea what's going on. The Yeovil junction was always a bit of a mystery to me. That can come out like that. These out this way a little bit. That's fine. By the looks of it, this sort of came down here. Have I got a node for... Looking for a node for this track, if that makes sense. Which I'd expect to be out here. That's the node I'm looking for. There we go. Pull it back. I could probably pull that down a bit. Pull that down a little bit. Pull these down. This looks like it might be coming out the bottom. Although I can't now find oh, there it is. The nodes aren't necessarily where you'd expect them to be. I'll give them that much. So, where on earth is this trying to go? That one. That comes down to what looks like it was a through line of some sort. The other one is a siding. The getting that off was probably interesting in the first place. It's going to be even more interesting now. I have no idea where this line goes. I should look at a map, really. If I were to look at a map of... I've just opened everything on top of itself. It's all going great. I don't know what of that you were just able to see, if any. Tracksy. Where are we? Yeovil Junction. Of course, this map's not going to show me nearly as much detail as I was hoping, actually, is it? I need Open Railway Map for this. Let's use this instead. Where's Yeovil? There it is. I'll zoom in. And yeah, I have no idea what this is trying to tell me, honestly. Right, what I might do is just say this loop was probably meant to be on this side with a siding on the outside of it. Because that feels like as good a bet as any, honestly. Doesn't feel unreasonable. So there we go. That makes that a bit more reasonable. I have no idea. This siding was probably over here as well, I guess. Is there a node for that? No, because it's coming into a station, that's why it's not moving. That's fair enough. Yeah, I'll just have those like that. There, that'll do. Out this side, everything appears to be okay. Those sidings get a bit close together, but they are sidings, so not a massive problem. That's fine. He says, I mean, it'd be nice if it didn't overlap quite as badly. There we go. That siding's fine. That siding's fine. All good. Let's continue along the double track. So, it definitely goes back down to single track, I'm sure, at some point. Could be a bit of a way though. This will be it. That's good enough. It's not completely broken. Honestly, I'm kind of moving beyond aesthetics now. So long as you can see where the track goes, it doesn't have to be perfect. This is in need of some fixing though. It's typically where there's some parallel tracks and there's another track next to it. The gaps seem to have changed size. Right, that's probably the best I'm going to get it. And on the other side, that's okay. Moving on eastwards again. Where are we going to get to? I'll probably only go as far as the southwest main line. And then start working south towards Weymouth and do a loop back round to Yeovil. That doesn't feel unachievable for an episode. There is so much track to cover, especially when you're getting towards London and all those massive junction stations, but I was in need of content and I'm not dealing with trying to work out Ireland's rail maps today. This is a long single track section. I know it goes back up to double track near Salisbury, which would be here. I know quite a bit about Salisbury now. If you've not been watching my Railway Operation Simulator videos, where I've been building the Romsey and Salisbury area in railway operation simulator, go check them out. It's a sort of signalling simulator. You build the route, set up the timetable, or download one of the already made ones on the website, and you can operate the signalling and route trains correctly. I'm currently uploading a series of me making the Romsey to Salisbury route and the timetable for it and everything that involves as a kind of semi-tutorial, but I can't explain stuff, so not really a tutorial. So go check that out. What is going on here, Salisbury? Could we have some explanation? Actually, this isn't the worst. From memory, Salisbury was always a bit terrible on this. There was a limit to what I could do because of space. Yeah, this doesn't look terrible, actually. Some of these crossovers are a bit iffy, but apart from that... Which way does that need to go? Neither way works. Both ways are terrible. That's not being fixed then. This crossover. There we go. I'll deal with the sidings in a second. That one. What is going on here? That needs to pull out a bit. Like so. Did I never signal this? Oh, I did. It's just up there. Fair enough. That's fine. There's those lines. That's probably as good as it's going to get. Here we'll just straighten it out a little bit. And then it's effectively a matter of moving all the lines around to give us a bit more space to work with. So I basically just have to move it so that I can get this extra line here in without interrupting anything. That did not go as intended. Where's the node for that? There it is. Okay, that'll do. It could be better, but it could also be a lot worse. Coming up here, we'll just make that a bit straighter. The main reason for making them straighter is where trains are using them, if it's really wiggly, they're going to slow down massively. So making it straighter means that they can kind of maintain some semblance of speed. There we go. Down this side, that looks mostly fine. Straighten that out, that's okay. All good. Right. If we come down towards Romsey first, this should be mostly okay. I doubt there's any more junction work until Romsey itself, but we'll move along at a pace at which I can vaguely see the track. Vaguely see the track is a very loose term here, but there we go, Romsey. This will need a little bit of work. Again, it's just going to be a matter of straightening out the points. That has probably always sort of been like that. It's just a matter of I might need to move the signals a little bit to give us a bit of extra clearance. So we'll do that. This is the way up to Chandler's Ford, this is the way down to... So we'll go to Chandler's Ford first, so it's single track through here, through Chandler's Ford, then into double track out the end. That will need some work. Unfortunately, I appear to have no nodes. There we go. I was in the wrong setting. I was in the signal placing setting rather than the track movement setting. Yeah, Eastleigh is going to be a nightmare in of itself. Okay, I'm going to go this way then. Let's avoid Eastleigh for now. And down here, we join the main line south of Southampton. That's okay, it's just got enough clearance on those signals, I reckon. Give it a bit of a crossover there, or a bit neater of a crossover. I'm going to leave it on the approach to Southampton. We'll do that at the same time as we do Eastleigh. For now, let's go this way. So, heading south, it's just normal double track until Brockenhurst. Brockenhurst's actually not too bad because it's sort of anchored by the station. There was a limit to how much it could move. On the other hand, this crossover could do with a little work. And the further away from the station we get, the more I need to edit them. That'll do. Actually, they're not bad, in all honesty. They get a little close together for my liking, but yeah, they're not too bad. I'm pretty sure Livington's just a single track all the way, but we'll just double check. Everything's fine, yeah. Back up. I think we're double track all the way down to Bournemouth now. I don't think there's any crossovers. So down we go, Christchurch and Folkestone and into Bournemouth. Obviously there will be some point work here, quite a bit from memory. So we'll start with the pretty standard now, just neaten up the crossover. That was the wrong key. Had my fingers hovering over SEDF instead of WASD. I said those in a weird order as well, just to confuse you all. Right, what's going on here? Actually, yeah, I remember this was always a mess, trying to fit everything in this tiny gap, so actually that's probably what it's always looked like. Over here, on the other hand, this could do with some work. There we go, that's a bit better. And long, and we should make it to Weymouth easily enough. Bowlplex, intriguing. I never renamed this station. Let me find out what it's meant to be called. Branksome, by the looks of it. Let's just give it its name. It's really impressive how it's taken this long to notice that. There's probably others. Actually, thinking about it, I had a couple of comments on the odd video of like forgetting to name something, or forgetting to put trains on a route, or forgetting to add a certain station to a route, which I kind of register and intend to go back and fix, and then never actually get round to it. By the time I'm next playing, I've completely forgotten about the comment. There's probably all manner of things that are completely broken. Moving on, we go down to Parkstone and into Poole. That's a bit of a mess, isn't it? There we go. And Hamworthy, where there's more going on than I had anticipated. But actually not the messiest. The freight lines, the freight sidings are a bit close together for my liking. We'll just pull them apart a little bit. That signal is definitely the wrong way round. Yeah, the rest of that's fine. Is there a crossover? No, there isn't. Fair enough. Continuing on down, I think it's... Well, yeah, Wareham is going to have something, isn't it? So, again, we start with the crossover, and the crossover the other way. The sidings actually don't look too bad. I'll just pull them out a little bit away from the main line. It's the siding on the other side that seems to be having an issue. That's better. Oh, there's also a crossover there. Yeah, that will be for access to the steam railway. Although the access, it turns out, is all the way down here. That set of points is fine. I think it's pretty much set to Dorchester. I don't think there's a single track along here. Or if there is, I didn't implement it. Dorchester South. Just fix the crossover again. There we go. Down through Upway to Weymouth. So again, this should be pretty much fine. I think there's a couple of sidings at Weymouth, isn't there? Obviously access to the Weymouth tramway. But in general it should be okay. Yeah, I mean that siding's a little close. Just pull that out. And obviously I'm going to have to pull out the other siding. There we go. And then we'll head north out of Dorchester back up towards Yeovil. So that's all fine. That's technically okay. It looks a little weird, but I'll allow it. Through a tunnel, single track. I don't know where any passing loops may or may not be, but apparently there's one at Maiden Newton. That's fine. The passing loops actually seem to have worked out reasonably okay, I guess because they're anchored by the station. The main places Mercator projections have gone wrong is where there's a junction. And if that junction is anchored by a station on two of its three sides, then there's a very limited amount that could possibly go wrong with it. We'll just check the line off here as well. I think it's just another single. Yeah, it is. And they come up and join. That's fine. They split. There's a lot of splitting. Everything splits nicely. Everything's a significant enough distance apart-ish. Could be a little further apart. There we go. And all joins back down together into one track, which then runs up to Castle Carry, which I'm just going to quickly fix as well. I'm wary that I've got a bit longer than I was intending to, but that's fine. I find it highly unlikely anyone is still watching, as this, I acknowledge, was an incredibly boring video. So we'll just drag out those sidings a little bit, give a bit more space, straighten up that crossover, and everything seems good. So I'm going to build all blueprints and leave it there. I'm going to update my map before I forget what I've done today. So thanks for watching, like and subscribe if you enjoyed and want more, and I'll catch you in the next one.